Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on San Diego.
The sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They, too, come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it.
And players are creatures of habit. You can bet they enjoyed the time off, but you know they're also ready to get right back into the swing of things.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Red Dragons drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Barrow, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now, Barrow. And he gets it down to the 32. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. This is Smith with a grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they come into play here 2-6 on the year. And I guess if you're them, you have to have the mindset of, hey, if we go 7-1, 8-0 down the stretch, we can still get into the playoffs. But CD, to be frank, I don't know that they've shown that they're capable of that this season.
Well, I certainly hope they have that mindset and that they're trying to play to that. But in my mind, from what I've seen, they've got no shot at doing that. This is going to be a tough 2nd half. They've had so many injuries. They've had tough losses along the way. I think you've got guys playing for jobs for next year, and they're playing for positioning in the upcoming draft.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This is caught by Robinson.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage. The 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bennett. Touchdown! So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Goff. This one into the hands of Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Montgomery fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Goff.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They go ahead and snap it. Goff trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 30.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Koo now for the point after.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
At each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
Here's Goff. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now Goff on third and goal. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 42-yard.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From the 29, Goff connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. A give. This is Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
54 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Barrow. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd and 3. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So following the failed try on fourth down will change ends and change possession. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are our visitors to take over on offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Switch. Under crunch.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And room there to work it inside the 25.
Second down and 3.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Looking to throw. Out to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year.
And the Red Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Goff now looking to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll run on 1st down. Barrow. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I'm going back to you. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here it comes,
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Koo for the extra point.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Younghoe Koo sets the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Able to complete it to Montgomery. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.